YouTube, ¿qué pasa? Welcome back to another Bleach Brave Souls video today on my channel. Now today is all about 5 pro tips for beginners and intermediate players out there that are trying to get better at the game. But the only way to get better at the game is to do it efficiently. And here are 5 tips for all of you guys out there. Now the first tip is farm point events. Farming point events, especially for beginners, intermediate players, is like one of the best ways out there for your account to get progress. And the reason why you want to farm point events, in case you're asking yourself, what are point events are these quests down below here. For example, at the moment, it's the 7th anniversary quest, Crossing Time. You can access these point events when you go to quests, then head over to events. Then they will always be under limited time quests, because these are quests that are only available for a certain time, and you will only be able to play these quests during that time. Now I head over to limited time quests. And there you have it, guys. This is it. Like, this is the 7th anniversary point event at the moment. As you can see, it says 15 days left. After 15 days, they will release the second part. No, I think after 7 days, they will release the second part, which will bring, I think, 3 or 4 additional extra quests this time. I'm not sure how many extra quests. However, this is basically the event. And the reason why you want to farm these point events is, let's head over to the reward section and let's actually see what you get from it now. Right, so we're here. Now, the main reason you want to get point events is obviously to get certain rewards. Now, you get so-called lottery rewards, and the rewards are as follows for reaching certain stages of points you're gathering. So once you reach, in this case, a maximum of 5 million points, you will be receiving all of the following. And the first one, or the last one in this case, the special move source power, is something you definitely want to be getting. Don't miss out on this. For completing 1.5 million, I think you get 50 spirit orbs. You do get a free 5-star summoning ticket. So farming point events, let alone for these rewards, is a must. So normally you want to farm a point event to at least 3 million to just get the guaranteed rewards. In this case, it is a 5 million point event, so you definitely want to farm it and you don't want to miss it out. Now, you want to keep going. Why do you want to keep going? Here, so let's head over to the full list of event point rewards for this event. Now, this is how it works. You will receive these tickets, these Brave Soul Summon tickets and these Brave Souls accessory tickets. And these Brave Soul Summon tickets are the ones you really want to be getting. And you get these guaranteed every time once you reach the maximum points. So in this case, 5 million. After that, for every 400 points, you get one of these. And you want to be accumulating these tickets, as many as you can. Like, try to save up a couple of thousand of these Brave Soul Summons tickets, and that way you will be able to do summons with these tickets. And when you do summons with them, always choose at least 50 or hundreds summons at once. Trust me, you will be always getting guaranteedly a 5-star, or maybe even 2 or 3 or 4 5-stars. I've had pulls where I pulled like with 100 summon 5 5-stars. So trust me, this is the way to get your account to a higher position, to a higher level. You want to be collecting these, saving these, and then summon for characters. And that's how you will be able to accumulate characters which you can then use for other game modes, for example, Guild Quest, for example, Senkaimon, for example, better units, for co-op, for example, to collect dupes of your characters in order to increase their power. So that is my number 1 pro tip. Always farm point events, and farming point events can be quite tedious on your soul tickets, especially now with the feature that allows players to use ×10. So always try and spend all your tickets for a certain point event if you're trying to farm it. And you can even go as far as spending orbs on tickets, because the value you're getting from these Brave Soul tickets and farming point event in general is so high because you're not only getting Brave Soul tickets, you also get materials for character ascension leveling up, and you're able to collect gold coins. So you're getting a lot of things with just farming one event every month, and that you should never miss out. That was number one. Number two, don't summon just on any banner you see. Stick to the end of month banners, or banners you really like, or like banners, for example, at the moment, the 7th anniversary banner, or end of year banner, or something like that. Because at the end of the day, you can't be forgetting, guys, this is a gacha game. Like, this game is basically trying to leech on you and trying to get you to spend some money for orbs in order to spend these orbs then again on character summoning. And trust me when I'm saying Bleach Brave Souls is one of the games you don't need to spend money. You can, but you don't need to. And that is why you have to be very careful. For example, every month you'll be having different banners. And the end of month banner is mostly always a unit which is generally very good. Then there are special occasions, for example, 7th anniversary and end of the year, where you get in a really good unit. But in general speaking, end of month banner, if you do want to summon, are the summons you should be going for. And that is why I'm saying don't just summon on any banner, just summon on the end of month banners or banners you really like, or banners where there is a lot of value. For example, like reruns of 7th anniversary characters, for example, or 6th anniversary Aizen or Artbook Ichigo banners or something like that. These are banners you could always summon on because these characters have a lot of value. Or for example, pot unit banners. When there is a banner out with like pot units or super pot units, and you're missing these, then go for it. These are like banners that will give you good units which will then in return give you great value to your account. Now, the next pro tip is don't finish all your story missions. Rather, finish all the normal stages and keep the hard ones for later. Why am I saying this? Because your story missions will give you guaranteed always your 5 orbs per story mission. Now, if you complete it all, like so let's say you're a new player and you finish all your story missions, yes, of course, you will be having a lot of orbs of it. And yes, of course, you will be having them all completed. But then what? Then you won't have any more guaranteed orb sources, or let's just call it safe orb sources to get quick orbs. And you will realize this later on down the road, like when you get into the stage where I am, when you complete all of these, it is sometimes hard to get orbs quickly. For example, let's say it's end of the month now and you only got like 200 orbs saved up, and you're not having any 5-star characters to just quickly max out to get a lot of orbs, and you don't have any other ways to get quick orbs apart from the normally monthly farming tasks in order to collect your monthly orbs. You will be stuck. And if it's a unit you really want, you won't be able to summoning on it. And that's why I'm saying, for the story missions, do your normal story missions, finish them all up, and then keep the harder ones for later. Keep them for when there is a banner in future where you're saying, right, I want to get this unit, I don't have enough orbs, let me just blast through these stories, quickly get them orbs, and then you might want to summon. The same thing with sub-stories. Keep your sub-stories. Like, there is no need to rush these. There is no need to do them. If you don't need them, you don't lose. If you don't finish them quick, you don't lose out. If you finish them quick, yes, you're getting a lot of orbs of it and items and stuff, but then again, you're missing your guaranteed quick, fast food orb sources. That's why keep sub-stories as well for the end of the game. That's my pro tip number 3. Pro tip number 4, which is a very important tip, is to build a farming team. Now let's head over to the head section. Now you want to be building a team which is purely focused on farming, like a team. In this case, the team you're seeing right now with this Kugo, this Yoroichi, and this Kokaporo, this is my farming team. Like, I use this 24/7 when I'm farming PvE content, for example, farming point events, farming chronicle quests, farming any general PvE events. I'm using this team. And the way I set up this team, this is my main hitter. Hugo, He's a melee, he's a ranged net unit, and this unit is like my main runner for the team. I have him max transcended, which means I had 5 dupes of him, and with an extra attack slot plus 1 star. And he has built-in normal attack damage plus 25, and the way I use him is he is like the main runner. He clears all stages with me just autoing him. Like I never have to worry about him losing because he never loses. This character just doesn't die. And the way I equipped him is I gave him 2 of these Karakurizer watches, one at 5-star, one at 4-star, to get a total of 35% coin drop. And I gave him a Chappy dispenser. If I had a golden one, I would have given him that with the plus 30 attack, so he's getting a bit more. If it's like a unit which is not as good built as this Kugo, for example, then I would advise you to like equip him fully with attacking, with things that will increase his abilities, rather than, in my case, giving him like watches to just increase coin drop. But that's just up to you how you build your unit. As for character links, I gave him Jugram Yorichi for the bonus, and I gave him Zayalabaro as 1 crystal jewel drop link. So he's basically my main hitter. You could equip him better than that, but I just equipped in the way I did. As for bonus ability for T15, T20, I gave him increased crystal jewel drop and hit hidden enemies. So that is basically my setup for this unit. Now the other 2 units, these are just units that just have to be there. They don't do nothing. They're just breathing. They're just literally existing for the sake of just fitting in the team. Now, let's just look at these 2 characters. These 2 characters are free-to-play characters, and both of them are bonus units for coin drop. Now let's go to Yoroichi. Yoroichi is also 5/5 max transcended in this case, and trust me when I'm saying I'm never using her. She has built-in coin drop, and the way I built her is I gave her full-on 3-star, 4-star, 5-star Karakurizer watch to get a total of 45% of extra coin drop. Then I gave her link slots in order to increase crystal jewel drop and coin drop. And as for bonus ability at T15, T20, I gave her increased crystal jewel drop and increased coin drop. And the way I built Kokaporo is exactly the same way, just with accessories and character links for his attribute. And that is basically it, guys. Like, that is a team which you can use to run through any stage on PvE whatsoever. Like, the way I built this team is, if I'm using this team, for example, for Keys Case Coin Trial, which you find under events, for a ×5 run with the extra ticket slot of, or no, let's just say for a ×10 slot, for a ×10 run with the extra Bonanza pass, 2 tickets which I get on top of that, I am getting per run 19 million coins. That is just with this team, 19 million coins. If I was to watch an ad in order to increase and double my rewards, I would be getting 38 million coins just for 1 ×10 run. So guys, tell me, if I'm using a random team, like I've tested this before in the past, if I'm using a team without this setup, without these link slot units and whatever, I'm just getting about like 7-8 million, and that's it. And for all of those out there that just didn't make ping in their heads, like, this is the way to farm stuff in this game. Like, if you're using a team like this on point events, like a normal dude be getting a good amount of materials for 100 tickets. With this team, I'm getting 3, 4, 5 times the amount somebody else is getting with farming a point event. And that is why you need to be making a farming team like this for farming content in the game. And trust me, do this for a while, you will be coming back to this video and thanking me in the comment section, because that is the way to progress in this game. And that was pro tip number 4. Pro tip number 5 is build your loadouts for co-op. Now, co-op is an integral part of the game. And trust me when I'm saying build your loadouts for co-op. Let's head over to co-op and let's see what I mean. Now, what I mean with loadouts, some of you might know the name from like Fortnite or Warzone or whatever. And what I mean with loadouts is you have here edit co-op decks for each and every attribute, for technique, for hard, for power, for speed, and for might. Now let's click on Edit Co-op Decks. This is a section where you can build multiple decks up to a total of 5 and name them and equip them and basically preset them and use them however you like. For example, I always build at least 3 co-op decks, which is one of them is always a pot bonus deck. For mine, in this case, it's Keyskay, fully equipped. Then I usually build a max DPS build, which in this case is the 7th anniversary Ichigo, which is crazy. Like I was yesterday, and yesterday I was carrying IT rooms, and I was just running through them. I was just blasting through them. And the third one, I always make a droplet bonus character slot, or like ×2 events enriched droplet zone, or in the case of ×3 enriched droplet zone, which just dropped a few days ago. So those are like the basic 3 decks are always built for every attribute, and I can just tell anybody out there, make this same setup or like build it however you want, or make sure you have like one for pot, one as a maximum DPS build. Those are the 2 minimum you always should be having ready to just use. So that way when you're like joining, for example, a room and where it says pot only, and you just equip your max DPS unit, if you just want to quickly switch over to a pot unit, but let's say the pot unit is melee NUD unit and the DPS unit was SP unit, then you got to switch around all the accessories, all the character links, and it's long. And it might be the case that by the time you set it up, the dude's already kicked you out of the room or is already went into the quest and you're just losing out. That's annoying. So that's why pro tip number 5, build your co-op decks. This is very important. Like this will make your life so much easier when playing co-op. And I hope they do increase this the deck number in future, because I would be liking to make multiple builds. Bear in mind, just one thing is very important to note here is that you can't use multiple accessories. For example, I gave gold chappy in this case to Keyskay. If I was to be wanting to giving this gold chappy, for example, to Ichigo, I can't. In that case, Keyskay would be losing a gold chappy and Ichigo gets a gold chappy. So that is why it's also important to keep multiple copies of accessories and building them all up. Yeah, and in case you're asking yourself, why is Sodeno my Shirayuki just level 1? She's not even having a bonus activated. Yes, I just pulled her a few days ago. So I just put her in there to have the slot already built up, and I wasn't bothered to build her yet. So yeah, I'm gonna do that just for the ones that are trying to blast me on the comment section again. So why is your character just at 1? You stupid. No, I'm not. So yeah, that is pro tip number 5. And yeah, guys, there you have it. That basically concludes the video. I hope this was helpful to some of you new players out there and some of the intermediate players out there. And yeah, thanks for joining me again. See you guys next time.